Hello there, how are you today? Well, it's your boy Neil coming at you from his van. It seems that's all the only places I have free time these days is to talk in my van. But don't worry, it's okay, it's legal. I'm pretty sure it's legal anyway. Hope you're all doing well. Haven't made a video in some time, as you know. I wanted to talk about a few things that have been not bugging me but interesting me. So I'm going to talk about them, but first of all I'll start with the obvious reason. I've been getting some really beautiful messages and emails from people saying, Neil, where have you gone? It's so touching. It really is. Makes you, you can't fully appreciate when somebody's just a guy doing an ordinary, working class job, that people care about what he has to say, and people take the time out of their lives to contact me to say that I changed things for the better for them, and that really lifts my heart, and I thank you for that very much. So why don't I make videos anymore? Why is Neil not an activist? Well, number one, I am still an activist. I still try to help people who, when I discover that they're in dire straits in the XJW community. I still run the VAA forum, along with many others. Hi guys. And I do that. But no, I don't do protests, and I haven't made videos in some time. And to be truthful, I mean, the story's quite sad. After the London protest, which I was heavily involved in organising, I really came down with. I came to the attention, it seems, of a few internet trolls who are also ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. It's not to be surprising, I suppose, that the ex-JW community is going to have trolls. It's going to have nutcases, because if you looked at your old Kingdom Hall and you thought to yourself, that guy's a nutcase, that woman's a nutcase, that's a nutcase, that's a child nutcase about to be, all the elders are nutcase. It's not surprising that we in the ex-JW community unfortunately have some too. But as it happened, I came to the attention of some of them. For whatever reason, they decided they didn't like me, and really horrible things ensued. It was probably a dark moment, dark 6 months of online abuse, and one of the reasons I don't do it is because they continue to do it. The same scum who started contacting my wife to say that I was having an affair on her. Somebody who sent me a tweet threatening to rape my daughter, an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Because you remember when you were a Jehovah's Witness and the argument against apostates was they're all mentally diseased. Well, that bitch is living up to it, isn't she? That's right. I think it was a woman, but I'm not entirely sure. But so yeah, I got a sickener, as they say in Northern Ireland. I got a sickener of activism. I was just so tired of it. Not of the vast majority of people who have just got huge hearts and are super kind. But no, I just had enough of waking up to have yet another vile insult thrown my way for weeks and months on end by the lowest of the low, and I stopped doing it. And I'm sad that I've had to stop doing it, but my life is better for not doing it. So I suppose that's one thing. I do dip my toe in the ex-JW world, and one thing I noticed recently, I saw this guy. Now I don't know I'm not even going to name him, but I don't remember his name if I could. And he's an ex-JW, and I remember when I was starting doing the videos, and I got my first 100 subscribers. I was like, whoa, 100 subscribers! And then it became a bit blasé. You got 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Then I think I came close to 5,000, or might be off 5,000 now again. I don't know. But it was cool. It was like, it's a nice little ego boost, I suppose, for lack of better words. But so I was doing that, and my channel still exists and still helps people, which is cool. But I looked recently and I saw this new ex-JW guy. He's got 20-odd thousand subscribers, and you look at his at his page, and it's like, if you want to support the work I do, hit me up on PayPal or Stripe or Patreon, or here's my merch store. And I thought back. I remembered whenever the first time I monetized my videos, because times were tight. I mean, we just lost our house in the 2008 crash. We'd struggled on for about 2 years, and then we lost it. And I mean, it may sound like nothing, but getting that $4 a day that $4 a day actually helped my family. You know, it bought stuff for my kids, and it was a fantastic thing. But I remember when I first monetized my videos, and I was sitting there and I was up at night. I was worried how people would think and feel about, you know, me being a money grubber, taking advantage of my brothers. Remember that old saying? And but then I saw that how that sort of the community has developed, and I don't make judgment one way or against that. I mean, it's up to any individual who helps those people if they feel that the service that they're getting from it is worth it, and that's cool if they do. I suppose it's cool if they do. But I just think it's funny how things have changed. I think the smart way, if I could have done it all again, I would have done it in slightly the way John Cedars does it now, which is basically he stands above the fray, puts out his video, and I don't think he really has a massive interaction with the public after that. Not because I'm a prick. That might be true of him, but I don't know. But not because I don't want to, but simply because then you avoid having to deal with all the crazies, which is a very helpful part of your life. If you can keep crazies out of your life, is a very good thing. The other thing I noticed in XJW world, and this is another thing that I've been apparently guilty of. Oh geez, I'm such a bad guy, aren't I? Is I've noticed this invasion. I'm gonna use the word invasion of what I'm calling woke ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. And it all started, this sort of came from America by the look of it to me, where all this kind of stuff seems to develop usually. And what it was you started off, and we could all get together, you know? Didn't matter what we all thinked, thinked. It's too early. It didn't matter what we thought. We could get together and go do a protest, we could laugh at videos, we could chat online, you know, go on a forum, and it didn't matter the fact that you liked Trump and I liked Hillary or vice versa, or you know, I was in business and you were on your uppers. It didn't matter. We could all get together and talk to each other. And then suddenly, about a year and a half ago, it got to the stage where almost overnight a bunch of people appeared and they were like, yeah, we get you don't like Jehovah's Witnesses, but where are you on your Black Lives Matter transgender policy? And I'm looking at it going, dude, I live in Northern Ireland. When I grew up, there was like 3 black people. I don't have a Black Lives Matter policy. And I met my first transgender person when was I? In about 40? So, you know, maybe I don't have that policy. Maybe I'm not really particularly concerned about those issues. Ah, you're a racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe. I'm like, okay, I guess. You know, more disinterested in all those things, to be truthful. But, you know, let's move on. And but then this is the thing, you can't move on, because then these same people would put videos out threatening you, right? I had friends who were ex-JW activists who don't do it anymore, and because they weren't, you know, totally on board with these very, very political campaigns, suddenly they were, you know, getting actual videos threatening their lives. And to me, it was appalling. I mean, one of the saddest things that I personally experienced, thankfully not threats, although I've had that from a bunch of other ex-JWs. One of the saddest things that I experienced from it was realizing that I've been able, through people sending me money and helping me, I've been able to send loads of, you know, help and support to people all over the place. So there's ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, in America and UK, California to Alaska, you know, who have known that I've been there if they've stuck. They've been, you know, homeless, and we've helped them. Not just me, but, you know, through me, I've been able to get in touch with other people because I had a voice and was able to help, and that was cool. And I remember one such person I was able to help, who was a trans person, and it's not a subject, as I said, I'm particularly interested in, and I don't think I ever actually discussed it with that person. No, what I mean by that is I never give a I approve or I disapprove. Because it's not my business, as I've said many times, what you do when you leave the witnesses. I personally have opinions, but they're irrelevant to that, to helping people. And that's cool with me. But I remember what happened almost, I talked to this person, they were constantly chatting with me, and I was happy to talk to them when they were low, when they were happy. I was always, you know, happy to chat. And then one day another trans ex-JW decided to out me and say that I had unfriended them because of their transness. And I was like, no, I unfriended you because I don't know you. I have no idea who you are, and I'm trying to thin out my ex-Jehovah's Witness contacts because I had like 3,000 friends at the time, and it was just too much to keep track of. But that wasn't enough, because instantly the other person who I'd been chatting to for well over a year and helped then suddenly unfriended me. And I thought to myself, isn't it amazing what one bit of poison will do? You drop one bit of poison in the river and all the fish die. And that's kind of what happened with me. So I've noticed this wokeness, and I don't know that it's a good thing. Nowadays, like the old saying of, remember that guy who got beat up by the police in LA all those years ago? I want to say Rodney King. And he said afterwards, why can't we all just get along? And that's kind of where my position is. Can't we all just get along? And if we can't get along, then there is no community, which is a shame. I mean, will we have a Republican ex-Jehovah's Witness community and a Democrat ex-Jehovah's Witness community, and vice versa, and this Conservative and Labour in the UK? Will we have a black community and a white community? Those aren't communities that I want to be part of. They don't sound very appealing to me, and yet I think that's the way it'll end up going if this wokeness continues, because it'll drive people away, and that's it. So that's where I am at now. Am I going to still do videos? I think I will do videos from time to time as things interest me, but at the moment the Jehovah's Witnesses are not particularly interesting. My kids are interesting, my wife's interesting, my business is interesting to me, my family in general, like kind of, the extended family. I'm trying to get fit. I've lost like 12 pounds, so I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, I just wanted to do this catch up because people said, Neil, where have you gone? And I'm like, I'm here. I'm still taking a boo. But anyway, I like you all. Some of you I don't, but you probably thumbs down this video. So go fuck yourself. Guys, have a great day. Like you very much. And remember, if I could give one piece of advice to the ex-JW community, it would be to do what I did, but do it quicker. Okay? The ex-JW community is by nature a fragmented and pretty dysfunctional place. And I'm not sure that it's the best place for you to be making lifelong friendships as soon as you leave a cult. Get a hobby. Join a club, get fit, get healthy, and make friends. Not with a view to making, lifetime partners, not with a view to making, girlfriends and boyfriends necessarily, but make friends. Get out there and do something, and more important than all of those things, do something that gives back. Okay? Because as people, we are programmed, if we're human beings, if we're decent human beings, we're programmed to help others. So if you felt that you were helping others when you were Jehovah's Witness, even though you doubted it, because you were right to do so, but when you do that and you've left the witnesses and you're thinking, okay, what will I do now? Don't make it all about you. We don't have them over here particularly, but go and join that soup kitchen. Join that church that helps out. Okay? Be a useful person. As opposed to an internet troll or a Twitter troll. It isn't a life. It is not worth living. Okay? And there's better. You can do so much better. Guys, thank you very much for watching my videos. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.